What are the best movies of the 21st century? The New York Times is about to count down their top 100 after polling hundreds of industry personnel, from actors to directors to cinematographers to producers, etc., etc. They gave us a sneak peek at a couple of top 10s, including Sofia Coppola's, which includes After Sun, Parasite, The Zone of Interest, In the Mood for Love. Mikey Madison's, including one of my personal favorites, Almost Famous, and Mad Max Fury Road, including Before Sunset and The Florida Project. Chiwetel Ejiofor's top 10 included 12 Years a Slave, Under the Skin, and City of God. You can go to the New York Times website and put in your own top 10 just to join along in the fun, and it'll pop out this cool little graphic. If they had asked me to vote, this would be the 10 that I would have included. Two films currently battling it out for my favorite ever, being The Dark Knight and Dune Part 2. Mad Max Fury Road I consider to be one of the greatest action films of all time. Arrival and Interstellar, two of the greatest science fiction films of all time. I love me a relaxed picture, and in this case it comes in the form of Cameron Crowe's Almost Famous and Richard Linklater's Everybody Wants Some. Into the Spider-Verse is right there with The Dark Knight as being one of my favorite comic book films ever. I'll always have a soft spot for Transformers. It was one of my favorite films growing up, and it is still one of my favorite films today. And then one of the most beautiful looking and beautifully written films I've ever seen in Damien Chazelle's La La Land. Narrowing down 25 and a half years worth of film is an impossible task. These are others from the 2000s that I think are deserving of being in that conversation, from horror goats like The Descent and Halloween 2 and Jennifer's Body and the others, to a couple of more comic book films in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, Guillermo del Toro's Pan's Labyrinth, Bong Joon-ho's Memories of Murder, In the Mood for Love, one of my favorite comedies, in The Hangover. From the 2010s, I think there are a ton of films that deserve to be in this conversation, including Frances Ha, David Lowery's A Ghost Story, Hereditary, How to Train Your Dragon. Some more comic book films in The Flashpoint Paradox, Man of Steel, Joker. John Wick 3 is in the conversation, Perks of Being a Wallflower, Pacific Rim, Parasite, The Nice Guys, and then a bunch of films from the current decade, the 2020s, that I absolutely think deserve of being in this conversation. The Batman, Dune, Everything Everywhere All at Once, some horrors in Evil Dead Rise and Malignant and Sinners. Of course, Nolan's Odyssey is here, Top Gun Maverick, Across the Spider-Verse. So many of these are close to breaking into my top 10. So many goats, but right now these are the 10 I'm feeling: Transformers, La La Land, Into the Spider-Verse, Fury Road, Interstellar, Arrival, Everybody Wants Some, Almost Famous, The Dark Knight, and Dune Part 2.